In our regular weekly entrepreneur spot, we highlight some success stories in a struggling South African economy. Tonight, it's the turn of Tlalemasego Khongoana. We've spoken to entrepreneurs from various sectors, but this is perhaps the first one to take on the world landscaping design. Tlalemasego is one of the founders of Agrimasego. Thanks for giving us some of your Friday night. I know as a 21-year-old, that's not always that easy, but 2 years in the entrepreneurial game, and while our country's politicians are still busy trying to find out what to do with the land, you're already making money off of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
So where does the inspiration come from? I mean, you're in the small-scale garden boxes, small-scale veggie gardens at homes. You've also got landscaping components of your business at corporates and residencies. But where did it all start?
So while doing my last year in entrepreneurship at Varsity College, my dad sat me down and asked me what I'm planning on doing, what field I'm going into, you know. And then I had to sit down and think what to do next. So while doing that, I thought of one of the stories he told me most, that when he was young, he was raised by his grandmother, along with 20 other relatives in the same house, a four-bedroom house, or no, four-room house. And they survived through subsistence farming, which was like backyard farming and all of that. They didn't buy food at the stores. They farmed their own vegetables and fruits and everything, and that's how they survived. So, answering that question, I thought, why not do that? Why not provide households with access to nutritious foods, you know?
Because at the end of the day, food's not a luxury. You have to eat.
Exactly, you have to eat, and it works out cheaper, you know, growing your own vegetables, growing your own fruits. It really works out cheaper.
And how much did you set off by starting your business with?
December 2016, my parents gave me money for clothes. You know, they said, go buy yourself clothes and stuff. And I was faced with the decision, you know, do I invest this money into my business or do I go buy the clothes? So I took around 6,000 rand. I took the money, asked my parents for permission to start the first project in the backyard, and they said yes. I gathered a team of, I had an accountant in my team, I had an architect in my team who helped with the designs, I had a web designer who did my website on my team, and they all worked for free. I asked them, let's come together, let's do this, and they designed and we did the first project. And yeah, that's how it started, you know. But yeah, I started with an allowance I got from my parents, you know. Yeah.
December 2016.
Yes.
Friends doing you favors.
Yes.
Initial startup capital of 6,000.
Yes.
We're now going into your third year.
Yes,
let's talk about scale and capacity. How many clients do you have? I mean, what was your revenue last year?
I'm afraid I don't have those figures now. But in the past year, I managed to service, I think, 12 clients. In the permanent garden space, I did just over 5 boxes. And yeah, we're growing slow, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Because one of the issues was marketing and, you know, getting the word out there, you know. Now with the 6,000 rand all spent in the garden, I had to raise funds for marketing as well, for the website as well and everything. So doing everything myself while also attending school was a bit of a challenge. But we've managed to get our name out there, and, you know, yeah.
And have you managed to balance studies at the same time?
No, I completed my diploma in entrepreneurship, so I graduated last year.
Amazing, and you've got the practical skills to go around with it as well. How big is your team now?
I have a team of 7 permanent employees now.
7 jobs? You created 7 jobs?
7 jobs, yes.
Oh, I salute you for that. Now, let's talk about how easy it is to take your services on board. You go from small garden boxes to big residential landscape.
Yes.
What's the minimum that a client needs to employ the services of Agrimasego?
You know, it depends on the design and the size of the yard. You know, I mean, we've done gardens for around 3,000 rands. Those are our smallest gardens. And we've done landscaping gardens for over 54,000 rand, you know. So
but then tell us exactly what that means. When you're spending 3,000 bucks, what am I getting? Am I getting a couple of carrots and a beetroot?
No, yeah, you're getting the boxes, you're getting the crusher stones, that's for deco, you know, you're getting the veggies, of course. And now when you're spending the 54,000 rands, you're getting pavings and stuff, you know, so that there's a lot that goes into that, you know. You get lawn, you get flowers, and flowers are expensive, trees are expensive as well. So that's the landscaping side of it, that's more expensive, but the veggie side of it is really quite cheap.
You've also made a big focus on urban subsistence farming. I mean, why is it so important now for us as South Africans to start to learn how to feed ourselves?
I mean, you go to your supermarkets at peak hours after work, and the queues are long. You know, one time I saw people running for spinach because it was running out. You know, so I think those are the people that need these kind of services. You know, because it's really a mess. You come back home after work tired. You know, and you just want to get home and cook. You know, you don't want to go to the supermarket and stuff. So I think that's why I'm targeting also the urban market as well. But we are now focusing on the rural areas as well. You know, we're trying to target indigent households. You know, the food poverty line is sitting at just below 550 rand per person per household. So that's the amount of money a person needs to afford
to be able to feed themselves.
Yeah, not only feed themselves, but to purchase nutritious foods, vegetables, and healthy foods as well. So not everyone has that amount of money, you know. So we think if we can just tap into the market of indigent households, we'll be able to save a lot of lives. You know, people will be able to eat healthy. You know, we'll be able to reduce health risks, you know, and all of that, yeah.
But, I mean, space becomes a problem once again.
Exactly.
Because you're talking about indigent households. Very often they might just have an RDP house with 4 or more family members living, and not a very, very big yard. So what's the minimum space that you would need to try and implement a garden box, a small veggie garden?
Around 5 meters, 5 by 5 meters, you know.
So 5 squares?
Yeah, 5 squares. But if they don't have 5 squares, then we can create a vegetable box for them instead, which they can move around the house. Yeah.
So last but not least, what's the secret for the other budding entrepreneurs that are watching you on TV, getting starry-eyed about an entrepreneurial journey? What's your advice to them?
My advice to them would be to keep on going. You know, to not give up. You know. At some point, someone will come and uplift them. Someone will give them an opportunity, like I was given an opportunity by all my clients. You know, so they must just keep on going on. Yeah. Thank you.
So, Tlalemasego, how can people get a hold of you? Well, how can they find out more about Agrimasego?
We have an Instagram page at Agrimasego, a Twitter account at Agrimasego as well, and we have a website, www.agrimasego.co.za.
Oh, I hope to see you back here in the future, having grown even more. In just 2 years, Tlalemasego Khongoana and his Agrimasego business is now employing 7 South Africans in a full-time position. Brilliant, inspirational stuff on our Entrepreneur Corner.